everybody. How are you? Hope you're having a great night. I know it's late. It's after 11 here, but I just got through with work and I wanted to sit down and do a brief video about Chantal. So I'm just trying to stay caught up on everything Foodie Beauty because you guys know I'll be moving soon and I don't know how long I'll be offline. It could be a few days, it could be longer than that, but I'm keeping up with all her stuff while I still can. So, what's going on with Foodie? Well, as you guys know, Foodie did a cameo, which was revealed, and she did not look good at all. She looked rather crappy. She looked bad. I don't know what she's been doing. I don't know where she's been doing it, but she looked awful. And there was much debate about the cameo, about where she could possibly be. She had kind of like a green screen type situation going on behind her. And she did that on purpose so that people would have a harder time figuring out where she was. My personal opinion, she's back in Canada. And why do I say that? Because, again, there's been much debate about this too. A lot of people were saying that the seat that she was sitting in, the cushion behind her head, it looked a lot like the Timu Mobile. I looked at it and I can see why people would think that. And I'm not 100% in my opinion. We won't know until she pops her head back up. And I don't know if she's going to do that anytime soon. But in my opinion, does the stitching on the cushion look similar? Yes, it does. Here's the thing. The Timu Mobile, when she's sitting in the driver's seat, the front part of the cushion, which is next to her head, is much shorter. Versus, and I'm going to show you guys a picture that was taken of Shmi in her car, and the cushion was much higher up, like it goes past her head. So I think she was doing a cameo perhaps in Mom's car. Maybe Mom was out for errands and Chantal wanted to sneak in some cameos, or maybe she borrowed Mom's car, but it looked like the inside of Mom's car, in my opinion. Again, I could be wrong, and if I am, it's okay. We're all just taking guesses here, and we won't know for sure unless she pops back up. Do I think that she left that night when she was freaking out and saying, I have to get out of here, I have to get out of here? Oh, yeah, because she was scared. She was plenty scared, and she had a lot to be scared of. And there's not much that scares Chantal, but one thing that does scare her is the law, because she knows that she can't manipulate her way around it. She can't baby talk it. She can't say, I just want to be, and they'll let her off. No, 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 no. No, she's afraid of anything with a badge. So, the charges have come. The case has been filed. We don't know everything yet, but I want to show you guys stuff on Twitter about what Paw Kuwait has shared with us in relation to things moving forward. And maybe that's the reason why Foodie is not coming online right now. So, how about we just jump into the Twitter peeps, y'all, and get this started. All right, it is time for the Twitter peeps. But before we get into that, before I forget, because I'm old and I got a forgetful mind, we got to do this. I would like to say thank you to everyone who's come to my channel. Those of you who've been here a while and those of you that just joined up. I do appreciate you. We have hit 6K. That's right. Big yay. Because I hit 6K, but I couldn't have done it without y'all. So thank you so much for getting me there. Really appreciate it. It was something to put a smile on my face before this stressful move. But enough about that. Let's get on with the Twitter peeps, because I promised you guys Twitter peeps, and I'm here to deliver. So, for those of you on Twitter that you'd like to follow me on Twitter, there's my handle, WildGirlSarah. And for those of you that are not on the Bird app and you're like, heck no, I'm not going there. That's why I do these Twitter peeps. so you guys can keep up with all the stuff going on Twitter without actually having to be there. So let's start here with a post courtesy of DX saying, imagine you're a revered judge of law and order and you get a crash course on Chantal and Salah. Can you just imagine somebody outside of the Foodieverse, somebody off of YouTube who has no idea about Girl World, about Foodie, that doesn't know all the lore, that's not been properly desensitized to her the way that we have, being hit upside the head with all this madness, and then seeing this stuff and reading this stuff and knowing about this stuff. That poor judge. I don't envy him. Like, he's just going to be shocked. He is going to be shell shocked. He's going to look like that hamster. Look. He's not going to know what to do with this. All right, something positive from Yog saying clingy orange kitty. Aw. Now that's a kitty that loves their daddy. See, that's love. That is absolute love. That is a cat that's like, I am not just loving of my owner, but I am bonded to them. You know, love for life. That's what it's all about right there. That's the most precious thing. What a precious boy. Look at him. You got to look at him. All right, go on to PTF024 saying, whether she's in Kuwait or Canada, I think we could all agree that Foodie Beauty looks like absolute crap. The rosacea is rosaceaing. The jaundice is jaundicing. And all her other issues are catching up to her. Good job, cutie. Well, I don't know if it was the filters, but she did look very, very yellowish for her skin tone. And Foodie, I'm sure she's got kidney issues. And I don't think her kidneys are in good shape. Not at all. Uh, she might have kidney disease. And if the kidneys are not functioning properly, that could lead to signs of jaundice, which would means if she is as bad as she looks in her cameo, she really should be going to a hospital. But she won't go because Foodie thinks that she's eternal. But I do agree, in the newest cameo, she did not look well at all. She looks like she's been through it. She looks bad. You would think this much time away from YouTube would have done her good, but it's actually been just the opposite. Snarky Priest says, well, crap. I have no freaking idea at this point. This was a great find, a round of well dones to all that have been on the hunt. Reality Check says, also the headrest in the Temu wagon is really low on Chantal, barely above her shoulders. Right. I said that too. The cushion looked different. The cushion in the Temu mobile looked a lot more firm, round, like much more filled out compared to the cushion that her head was resting up against in the cameo. Looked like it had very little thickness to it. But when we've seen her in her mom's car before, is behind her head, like in the cameo. Shmi's butt is smaller, so she sits lower. And it's literally above her head. So it might be mom's car. It might be. And that might be the reason why Chantal did the whole, background green screen type situation, because she was in mom's car. I mean, people were reporting in the cameo that they heard the sounds of cars going by, birds chirping, the car AC blowing on her face as if she were in a car. So there's all kinds of indicators that she's somewhere in a car. And I stick with what I said. I think she's in Canada. All right, moving on to Narky saying, I give up. I have no idea where Chantal filmed her cameos apart from being in a car. But she looks miserable. Can't hide that. Nope. She's miserable. She is miserable. And you know what, guys? I think Chantal was telling us the truth when she said that season 3 is going to be lit. But she did make a slight error in typing when she typed that out. She should have left out the L in lit and just kept it as it is. Season 3 is going to be it. So it's not lit. It's season 3 is going to be it. This might be it for her. Not saying anything's going to happen physically to her, but this could be the end of Foodieverse as we know it. Like she's got serious things on her now. Yes, she does. I don't know how she's going to get around them. I don't know how she's going to deal with them. I don't even know where she is. But this is stuff, Chantal, that you've done that you just can't sweep it under a rug. And also, you can't pay people to shut up and make it go away. I told you, didn't I tell you? I told you more than once, Chantal. I know I said it. I said to you, you can get away with some things some of the time, but not everything all of the time. All it takes is one thing, one time to crumble the whole tower that you sealed yourself up in. The whole thing's come crashing down. And look what happened. It took one thing, and your whole house of cards has come tumbling down. And that's your fault. That is completely your fault because you chose to go to Kuwait and do all of your nonsense. You chose to be over there for 3 years and do the grifting, do the hardcore grifting, keep pressing your luck. The longer you stayed over there, the more you became bold to go further and do more and break more laws and really just push the boundaries back. Well, you did not only push the boundaries back, you broke through them. And here we are. Here you are. How about that? The reaction channels told you to go home. The tarot readers told you should go home. You didn't want to listen. And now here we are. All of us haters that told you to go home. But your pride just wouldn't let you, would it? Nah. Too big of a pill for you to swallow. You could swallow a lot of things, but pride, you just can't do it. You don't have a big enough throat. Would have done you some good, though, if you did, but too late now. Too late now. No crying over spilt milk. Perfectly Imperfect says Chantal telling Paw Kuwait, do your best and good luck is wild coming from someone who couldn't outrun a toddler with a juice box. Surprise! They did their best. And now she's hiding in Canada like a meatball in a vegan restaurant. Well, I don't know if she's running, but she's definitely hiding. All right. So here we are. Courtesy of Fondue Spida Beach. Y'all want to see the case, what it looks like? I'll read it to you because there we go. Here we go. 1 of 3. This is the documents in question. So you've got the legal consultants and lawyers filed in Kuwait. It has Chantal's name. It has Salah's real name. And this is what it says. I'll read it to you. The complainant is a Kuwaiti citizen, and while she was in her residence located in the area of, forgive me if I'm mispronouncing this, I mean no disrespect, I Malbula Block 2, while browsing YouTube, was surprised by the account Foodie Beauty, who was posting requests to collect donations in violation of the law and without a permit. The account also posts clips of a sexual, I have to say it like that, y'all, sexual nature that incite debauchery and immorality, which the complainant will refrain from mentioning, but you will find all of it on a flash drive attached to the complaint. So not only is there paperwork, y'all, there's an entire flash drive. Video clips, pictures, all kinds of stuff. Uh, it shows the participation of both defendants in preparing and publishing those clips. They also publish clips of oil fields, which is a violation of the law. In addition, they commit traffic violations and document these cases and publish them on YouTube on the account mentioned above. Since the complainant is Kuwaiti, she is acting in the best interest of this country and all of its citizens. The law encourages all those who live here to report all crimes and witness. Article 200 of the Penal Code also stipulates that anyone who incites a male or female to commit acts of debauchery or prostitution or assists them in doing so in any way shall be punished with imprisonment for a period not exceeding 1 year and a fine not exceeding 1,000 rupees for either of these two penalties. Now, there's been much debate about this complaint saying rupees instead of dinar. And I'm not exactly sure how they do things over in Kuwait, but rupees is it's a form of currency in India. So I don't know why that would be listed in this complaint. It just seems rather odd, but maybe it's like a different system over there. I don't know. If the victim is under 18 years of age, the penalty shall be imprisonment for a period not exceeding 2 years and a fine not exceeding 1,000 rupees, or either of these two penalties. Article 3 also stipulates imprisonment for a period not exceeding 3 years and a minimum fine of 3,000 dinar and not exceeding 10,000 dinar, or one of these two penalties. Whoever uses the internet or uses any means of technology to obtain information for themselves or for someone else regarding money, benefit, document, or signature by using a fraudulent method or by using a false name or impersonating another identity to deceive victims is the reason why we are filing this complaint. So they got paperwork and they got a flash drive. Oh, Chantal, they got a flash drive. Who knows what's on that flash drive? But I'm sure it's all stuff off of your channel that have been sent to them. You filming the oil fields against the law. You filming people without their permission against the law. Filming children against the law. Doing lewd things on camera against the law. Girl, there's probably so many violations in your own videos, and you filmed it all and you put it on YouTube. That's like the worst way of telling on yourself, but you did. You told on yourself. You gave them all the evidence, all of it. Let's look at the next page. Oh, here we go. Opponent's name, Chantal Soro. Subject of the case, electronic crimes complaint. Initial status, the plaintiff. Yep. Attachments, a copy of the complainant's civil ID, a copy of power of attorney, a flash drive containing the defendant's videos, photos of the defendant's web account. Oops. Big oops, Chantal. Big oops. Oh boy. I don't know what's going to happen to you, but no wonder you're staying hidden. Florida Salt and Sass says karma is getting closer. What do you mean? Karma is here. Karma is here. All that time that she spent in Kuwait, all the things she did, all the money she grifted, filming places she knew she wasn't supposed to film because people told her, we told her, she didn't want to listen. Karma is here. And it's putting everything in a one big gift box with a bow and saying, here you go, Chantal. Here you go. Do you like our gift? No? Well, you should, because you made it. Nana Spike T says, finally, she's probably in Canada, but regardless, she's left a stain in Kuwait. I hope she's never allowed back in. Oh, I'm sure that's a definite thing. I don't see Kuwait allowing her back in. And on top of that, after all this mess, if they let Chantal leave, I don't think she's ever going to go back. I think she's burned that bridge, don't you? Don't y'all think that? She's made too much of a mess in Kuwait. All of this is way too public. It's too big of a spotlight. Now she's under the microscope. Now she's under the radar. And she doesn't like that. She likes attention, but only certain kinds of attention. She likes the kinds of attention where she can get the attention and she can do wrongs and get away with it. Well, now she's in a place where she can't. She can't get away with anything anymore over there because eyes will be on her. So I don't know if she's in Canada for sure. I do think she is, but not 100%. But even if she's still in Kuwait, given the chance to leave, I think she will. And she won't be back. And she won't care about Julia. She won't care about Salah. They're just collateral damage. As I said before, when she was in Canada, she left behind Pete's and BBJ and Sam. So she left behind 2 cats that she had for years and a roommate that cared about her. So what is Salah and a cat that got taken off the street? How would that matter more to her? It doesn't. You know, both were just props for her show. And now the show is over there, and she's just going to treat it like trash and sweep it under a corner and forget about it. Like it's not her mess anymore. Lisa Manning says, in the end, it was the grifting that took her out of the game. Didn't see that coming. So there was another statement from Paw Kuwait. And here's a statement on their Instagram. Paw Kuwait says, this is not a show. We are not doing this for attention or drama. We are standing up loud and clear for what was done to our beloved country and our religion. We are not pressing charges to please anyone. We are doing this because what she did is deeply offensive, unacceptable, and dangerous. Anyone who does such a thing must be held accountable, no exceptions. We have put ourselves at serious risk. We are receiving blank threats. They're telling us to be careful that they're coming for us. They know where we live and they know how we look. But we are still here and we never backed down. Thanks to all our true supporters, you give us strength. And to those who throw hate and negativity at us, thank you too. Because without knowing it, you're pushing us to do even better, to fight even harder. More is coming. Miss Rolla will attend the prosecutors tomorrow. The case is being built with all the evidence and legal support. Uh-oh. Sounds serious. They're still gathering stuff up. It sounds pretty doggone serious. D. Angry Scott, evil cackle. Ha 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 ha. Well, you did ask them to do their worst, so there you go. Life in Kuwait, poof, gone. Yep. All gone. Flushed down the drain. Flushed. Your mom's emotional support carrot says, theory, Chantal is skint. Smee didn't have enough cash to help her. Her visa was flagged before she could get out. She has to face consequences, and Salah took away the router. She nicked the router for a little while and desperately made those cameos to get her point out. I don't know. I don't know what went down. But that's a theory. Florida Salt and Sass says, it's been established she's alive and somewhere. Stop paying her money. Don't touch the poo. Let it fester and go broke. Let the rental husband leave. Let nature take its course. I agree. We know she's somewhere. She's alive. She's not doing well, but she's okay for the most part. Like she's in no real danger. So if she wants to hide out and stay hidden, that's what she's going to do. That's exactly what she's going to do. Pegatha says, at this point, if she is not in Canada, she would not only be the biggest girl in Kuwait, she'd be the dumbest too. Yeah, because uh, Paw Kuwait, they gave their notice when they were filing the charges. They said, we're going to file them on Monday. So I would think that Chantal would be on the next plane out before that happened. If she didn't, she's an idiot. All right, moving on. Nana Spike T says, if she's still in Kuwait, she's cooked. As for Slaw, he gets what he gets. He was running a scam and got taken by his target. He allowed her to carry on this way, so it is what it is. Everything you just said, Nana Spike T, everything you just said. No falseness spoken. He was a romance scammer and she's a scammer. And he threw his lot in with her. He said, I want an easy life and I want somebody else to pay for it. And I also want the chance to get to Canada. So I'll just put everything in one pot and let it cook and see where it goes. And he let this thing go on for 3 years when he could have walked away at any time. He got in deeper and deeper and deeper. And then he got to a place where he couldn't get himself out. So do I feel sorry for the dude? Nope. He made the agreement from the get-go. Even after Chantal went there for 3 months, when she came back home to Canada, he should have cut it off then. But his greedy little self just wanted to get to Canada so bad, and he wanted to have somebody around to pay the bills and give him money so he can go run off to the Red Room and do what he does. So he just kept on and kept on and kept on, and it got to this point because he wanted to be foolish and stupid. Well, sometimes foolish and stupid are expensive, and he's finding that out. So do I feel sorry for the boy? Nope. Nope. Nuh-uh. Not at all. Nana Spike T says, if she's still in Kuwait, she's cooked. As far as Salah is concerned, I don't give a rat's butt what he faces. He's the one who invited Foodie Beauty there. He's the one who allowed her to disrespect the laws of Kuwait. Yep, and he should have put a stop to that. I mean, he lives in Kuwait. He should be familiar with the laws and what you can do and what you can't do. And he should have educated her. And when she got out of line, he should have let her know. Like, you can't do that here, Chantal. Don't do that. You're going to get us both in trouble. But he didn't. He didn't. Smeardrop says, updates from Paw Kuwait. Mo Translates has been kind enough to translate for us. This complaint is against both Chantal and Salah. It was filed yesterday. Paul sent this information to me to post as their lawyer has advised them not to share directly from their Instagram. Interesting. And another thing. I'm so glad you did this post, Fondue Spider Beach. Another thing that's been going on in the community. So I guess some of the Beasers, because their queen has not been around, they've been making the rounds of all the reaction channels, just acting the fool. Acting completely the fool, just defending Chantal. It's one thing for a Beezer to go into a reactor chat and lurk or make polite conversation, joining in the discussion. But it's another thing for the Beezers to purposely go into reactor chats and just act the fool. There's no reason to act the fool. If you don't like what you hear, get out. Just leave. You don't have to stay and get aggravated and get mad. But some of the Beezers are doing that. They're going to reactor chats and acting all the way the fool. And let me tell you something, Beezers, and I'm just going to say it. You may like Chantal. You may feel a sense of loyalty for her. But know this. You are loyal to someone that has no loyalty. Do you understand that? Chantal is not loyal to anyone, anybody, anywhere. The only thing she's loyal to are her impulses and her cravings. That's it. She's not loyal to people. She's loyal to wherever her feelings decide they want to go. You're trying to express loyalty by defending her. Chantal's got a big mouth. If she wants to defend herself, she can defend herself. She doesn't need anybody's help. But expressing loyalty to a person like her is loyalty wasted. You're standing up for somebody that would never stand up for you, that would never stick up for you. She looks at all of her subscribers as being expendable and disposable, and that's the way she's treated you. And you know I'm right. You know I'm right. Yeah, she'll hang you out to dry. She don't care. Just money in her pocket. But this post, her fondue Spider Beach, says Foodie Beauty. Goodness, 9 messages under the same post. Get a life. The codependence of it all. Bro, she's fake married. Your obsession is alarming. So this person, YouTube lover, look at all these messages. 9 messages. 9. And I'll go on record as saying, I've had some of the Beasers in my comments. Sure have. Defending their queen. You're so mean. Excuse me? No, I'm honest. There's a difference. Just because I'm saying something that you don't want to hear doesn't make me mean. It just means I'm putting my opinions out there and I'm being honest in my own way. Sorry if it offends you. But this nonsense of let's leave a bunch of comments under somebody's post. Is it necessary? Is it really necessary to go on to other people's reaction channels, clip channels, live chats? When you see the title that it's about Foodie, and if you're a hardcore Beezer, you already know before you even walk in, there's going to be discussion about her, and it's not going to be very nice. It's not going to be supportive. So why aggravate yourselves? Just if you know you're going to hear things you're not going to like, why even go there? Why get that mad? Why make yourself mad? Like this, you use Foodie logic. She does that. She doesn't like the reaction channels, the clip channels, and whatnot. And yet, she lurks in the chat. And yet, she has all kinds of sock accounts for Twitter, for YouTube, to spy around, to make nasty comments, because she's too much of a coward to use her own account. She wants to hide under a fake name to be nasty. It doesn't matter if it's a fake name or it's a Foodie Beauty name. She's still a nasty person, and she goes out of her way to be nasty. But here you go. Look at all these comments from the obsessed Beezer enablers that support her, that funded her food addiction, that helped her get sicker and sicker and sicker and more unhealthy. And yes, Beezers, you did. You did. There's no possible way that you can be on a channel and the person you're looking at is a food addict. Straight up. Hardcore, severe food addict. With a habit so large, they can't buy their own food. They can't get enough food. They need an entire crowd to accomplish the goal. Turning YouTube in their own personal GoFundMe. And no matter how much you give her, it's not enough. That should tell you that her food habit was out of control. Miss Mama is over there making what? $5,000 a month off YouTube, plus 5 merch stores, plus Cameo, plus the fee request, and it wasn't enough money to buy her own food? She going to go to you guys for food? Shouldn't that tell you how bad her habit is? Yeah, Yeah, it was bad. It was real bad. But some of you over there insisted on enabling her. And all you did was enable the addiction and helped it grow to monstrous proportions. And now she's probably suffering because she can't get all the food she wants, but that's her fault. She should have checked that a long time ago. Moving on, here's a little update about Bruce and Mom and Sibling. Y'all look. Smeardrop says, I'll be posting the updates from Paw Kuwait later today. In the meantime, please enjoy this video. Look, there's Bruce, Mom, Sibling. Oh, they're adorable. I want one. I'll take all three. They look like Booger. Booger needs a companion, although she would be jealous and probably swat at me. Yogg is a post from Yogg saying, Mama Swan carrying her little signet. This is something that swans do. They carry their babies on their back. Baby's like, I got a swan Uber. Look at me. I'm styling and profiling. Aren't you jealous? That's the cutest thing ever. Massimo says, only in Australia. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is why you don't mess about with a kangaroo. That kangaroo is a unit. Look at it. It is built. It'll knock you out. If you ever see a kangaroo, don't look at yourself and go, oh, it's cute. I want to take a picture. Oh, no, no, no. It's a wild animal built to fight. Look at that. He's got abs of steel. And they can raise up on their hind legs like that. Oh, no, no, no. That's something you stay away from. So don't approach a kangaroo. You hear me? Just bad idea. Don't F around and find out with one of those. Here's something cute from Yogg. Baby flamingo learning to paddle. Now you might be asking, why is it paddling? Well, I'll tell you. Because that's how they basically paddling their feet in the water to bring up their food. Their food is on the bottom, so they're paddling the water to get everything to come up so they can get it. So the baby is learning how to do that. Aw. And this right here from a science girl swimming with a beluga whale. That whale's abs, he's got a 20-pack. But what a beautiful piece of video. Such grace. All right, I think we're all caught up. Yep, I do think we're caught up. So I told you it was going to be a shorter react, but I just wanted to show that to y'all. Like, Paw Kuwait, they are following through with filing paperwork. The paperwork has been filed. There's a thumb drive to go with the paperwork. Goodness gracious, a thumb drive. Can you imagine what's on it? And they're gathering stuff. They're still gathering stuff. It's been how long since that last live stream and they're still gathering stuff? My goodness, I wouldn't want to be her. All right, so that's it for this react. Hope you guys have enjoyed. If you have, please like and subscribe and leave a comment. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Until then, take care of yourselves and each other. Bye.